Why was Uzzah killed? Have a Bible question right now.
Troy, I still remember as a child, I got confused because I went to Bible class and I learned about the Ark of the Covenant, but then I watched Indiana Jones and it was right there. And my Bible class teacher told me we didn't know where the Ark of the Covenant was.
And that might have been real confusing as a young child then, because, that happens. Hollywood does that. They mix truth with fiction, and then people believe the fiction instead of the truth.
Exactly. And then some people don't even realize that Indiana Jones refers to the Ark of the Covenant, which is actually a real thing, not the movie, but the Ark of the Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an important part of the tabernacle and the temple in the Old Testament.
Sure was.
Now, we have a question that came in, though, and it actually has to do with the Ark of the Covenant. In fact, it says, why was Uzzah killed?
Oh.
Now, what's interesting, and we need to point this out, is that David, he has anointed a new cart to be built, and you can read about this in 2 Samuel chapter 6, and there's going to be this celebration because the Ark of the Covenant is returning, and as they go across a threshing floor, which was known to be unstable, had to do with the threshing of grain, that it starts to move. It's going to fall. And Uzzah, for whatever reason, maybe it was to stabilize it so it wouldn't fall. Maybe it was to keep it from falling on him. We don't know. But he reached forth and he touches the ark and he dies. So why was Uzzah killed? The simple answer is because he touched the ark. But why would God kill him or allow him to be killed for touching the ark?
Well, it's kind of like those onions, there's several layers to this. And the first layer is because David made a mistake.
Oh, yeah.
It's David's fault, really, if you start there, because David was being careless. David wanted to build God a temple. You see that in the next chapter, 2 Samuel chapter 7. And so he wants to bring the ark to Jerusalem. And what David didn't think about is what's read in Numbers chapter 4, verse 15. And when Aaron and his sons have finished covering the sanctuary and all the furnishings of the sanctuary, when the camp is set to go, then the sons of Kohath shall come to carry them, but they shall not touch any holy thing, lest they die. Now, the sons of Kohath are part of the tribe of Levi.
Mm-hmm.
God said, "Be ye holy, for I am holy," Leviticus 11:44, which means you need to obey his commandments. He says that over and over. Well, David didn't obey God's commands of only the Levites are supposed to move the Ark of the Covenant, and you're not supposed to touch it. God means what he says.
It actually had rings on the corners. They would put staffs through it, and only certain ones to carry it. And I think the key is what you said. God means what he says. So what is it? Why was he killed? Because they broke the law of God. The lesson for us to take from this is that God still to this day means what he says. And so when he tells us something to do, we do it, whether we think we have a better way or whether we want to do a different way. We just need to do what God says, whether we understand the reason behind it or not. Simply do what God said.
Amen.